is the free weekly live training with me, Rupa Patil. And these weekly live trainings are currently exclusively for the members of my Heart Leaders group here on Facebook. And today's training is very exciting. Let me share my screen and let me start with the presentation. Okay, so once again, my name is Rupa Patil. I'm a certified mastermind professional and international business mentor, trainer, author, and speaker. And today's training, this is a part of our weekly free training. And this training is exclusively for the Transformational Heart Leaders group here on Facebook. So if you want to get high quality trainings, weekly trainings on your personal growth, professional growth, income growth, and if you want your friends also to have access to these weekly trainings from me, then all they need to do is join this Transformational Heart Leaders Facebook group. And that's it. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. IST, I go live with different topics every single week. And I generally go live at 6 p.m. IST. And apologies for today's delay. I'm still running into the tech issues. And if you're watching me live, I'm sorry, I will not be able to see your comments, but please do keep commenting. Even those of you who are watching this as a recording, thank you very much for being here with me today. So once again, those of you watching this live and as recording, thank you very much for being here. And please know that although I may not read out your comments as you type live, if you type live, that is only because I cannot see it as a live from my side. But whatever it is, whether you're watching live or recording, stay 100% active, okay? So there are only three things that I'm asking from you. Number one is 100% participation. Doesn't matter if you're watching this as a recording, just give your 100% participation. Second is commit to take action because implemented knowledge is power. Many people think that knowledge is power, but no. Implemented knowledge is power. So commit to take action. So by the way, at this point of time, let me do a quick test. Are you 100% committed to show your 100% participation on this live or on the recording? By the way, I will be publishing these videos, these weekly training videos, even in an exclusive community, and probably some of them will also be published on my YouTube channel. But doesn't matter when you're watching this, doesn't matter where you're watching this, doesn't matter how you're watching this. Let me do a quick check. So once again, today's training is all about how do you overtake your competition easily in just three steps rather, not two steps. And I'm asking you for your 100% participation and commitment to taking action. If you are committed, type commit into the comments box. Type commit, COMMET, this word. Type commit in your chat box or comment box, depending on wherever you are watching this right now. Okay, so type in commit, and I promise wherever I'm publishing it, I will make sure that I'm watching this as a recording, and I'm watching your comments as well. So keep them coming, and I look forward to seeing your comments there. Okay, all right, I'm just checking if there was something. All right, let's go ahead with the third thing. And the third thing that I want you to share with me is your wins. Whatever you're learning here today, make sure that you're implementing it and you're guaranteed to get some massive wins. Okay, so whenever you get your wins, make sure that you're sharing. I would love to highlight your success story to my community, to my email subscribers, and so on and so forth. So 100% participation, commit to take action, and share with me your wins. Those of you watching me for the first time, my name is Rupa Patil. I'm a certified mastermind professional and international business mentor, trainer, author, and speaker. I'm also founder of an 11-year-old company here in Bangalore, India. The name of that company is Weekend Nuts. And I'm also a founder of an exclusive Heart Leaders Club, where we meet every single month on live hot seat calls, mastermind calls, business networking calls, weekly trainings, and an exclusive WhatsApp group. If you would like to become a VIP member of Heart Leaders Club, just go to rupapatil.com. You will see my email ID, you'll see my website right below my photo. So go ahead and click there. Go ahead and join our Heart Leaders Club so that I can watch you and I can interact with you live every single month, multiple times. By the way, I have also served people from over 19 countries and 12 different industries so far. And here are some of the publications and platforms that I have been associated with. Yes, I've also been a mentor with Google and Shiro's on their accelerator for rural women entrepreneurs of India. And I do that because I am on a mission to support at least 10,000 heart-centered entrepreneurs to grow their income and their impact. But that is about me. At this moment of time, let me pause and let me ask you once again, use that comments box, use that chat box, and type in where are you from and what is the name and where are you from. So let us do that at this point of time. Even those of you watching this as a recording, who you are, where you're from. So type that, and I am going to personally check all the comments. So let us begin with the 3 steps that will help you overtake your competition easily, whether it is in your job or in your business. So let us begin with this special training. As of now, this is a free weekly training exclusively for my heart leaders out there. So, my heart leaders, once again, from me to you, lots of love. If you are a heart leader, who is a heart leader? If you are a leader by choice, not by title, you may be by title, that's great. But if you're a leader by choice, if you believe in helping others, with your products, with your services, even if you are still in a job, but you aspire to be an entrepreneur, leadership and specifically heart-centered leadership is for those people who believe in helping others with their products, services, or business are called as heart-centered leaders. Okay. So if you identify yourself as a heart leader, type into the comment box or in the chat box, hashtag heart leaders. Type in heart leaders and let us begin with this training. Okay. So before I share with you the 3 steps, these are not the 3 steps, but before I share with you the 3 steps that you need to follow to overtake your competition easily, let me share with you what I have learned from one of my mentors and trainers, Blair Singer. He is the advisor and a friend to Robert Kiyosaki, who is the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. How many of you are Robert Kiyosaki fans? Type into the comments box, type into the chat box, Robert or ROB, Rob. Type in Robert or Rob into the chat box. If you're a big Robert Kiyosaki fan, I am too. But this specific model, this specific information, this is not a model, but this specific information, I learned it from my trainer and mentor, Blair Singer. Okay, so what Blair says is most of the people on your planet, including your competitors, okay, so pay close attention. Most of your competitors believe that in order to become successful, they need to do something and they need to have something. In fact, it's the other way around. Let me give an example, okay? So many people think that if I have more money, now pay close attention, okay? Many people think that if I have more money, then I can do more charity and then I can become an altruist or a humanitarian person, a charitable person. Let me repeat that. Many people think that once I have a lot of money, this, I can do a lot of charity and then I will become an altruist or a humanitarian person. That sounds logical, but the truth is, this approach that your competitor is following is not a long term success approach. So, here is a little bonus tip. If you really want to overtake your competitors, whether it is in your job or in your business or whatever you're doing, even if you are running an NGO or a school or an institute, if you want to overtake your competition who's thinking like this, you need to think exact opposite to achieve long-term success. So this is what this model says. It's exactly the opposite, okay? In order to become an altruist, in order to become a humanitarian, I need to first imbibe the qualities. I need to first be a humanitarian person. I need to become a very kind and generous giving soul. That is what I first need to be at the core of it. Once I am a kind and generous person, I will automatically start doing nice things, random acts of kindness. Okay. And that is irrespective of whether I have money or not, because by doing this, I will attract more success in my life so that I can continue to stay and become a more serious altruist person. Now, if those of you who do not relate to this example, I have another example for you. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so pay close attention. Many of you who are, by the way, who here is a business owner? Type in me into the chat box or the comment box if you are a business owner. And also type in, are you a full-time? Type in FT for a full-time business owner or PT for a part-time business owner. So as I have promised, although I can't watch your comments live, but I promise to read each and every comment that would come in, okay? By the way, irrespective of when you're watching this, as long as I'm alive, I'll read this. Okay. So that's the thing. All right. Because so many of you will be watching this as a replay. By the way, are you watching this as a replay? Type in hashtag replay. Okay. So here is a new example. Pay close attention because this is one model that will instantly give you an unfair advantage over your competitors. Okay. Whether you're a part-time business owner or a full-time business owner, if you want to become successful, if you want to become financially free, okay, please go attention. If you want to become financially free, okay, if you want to have, let me put it this way, if you want to have a lot of money to become financially free, that is your ultimate goal. But you don't start there. You start by imbibing qualities, and habits of a financially free person. So, in other words, even before you could have that millions of dollars in your bank account, even before that, you need to visualize yourself and you need to act like a financially free person. Now, that doesn't mean that you start going and doing a lot of shopping. No, that is not what I mean. What I mean is you need to imbibe the qualities, the success habits of a financially free person. Okay, so we will talk more about the habits in some time, but that is what you need to see in yourself. Next, you need to start. So, first, you need to act, visualize yourself becoming that financially free person. Second is you need to act the part. You need to do whatever it takes to become a financially free person. That is the do part. And then only will you start having a lot of income, lot of followers, lot of clients, lot of joint venture partners, lot of readers, subscribers. That is what you will have. But it all starts with what do you want to become and then acting that part. Now, just by doing this alone, you can easily overtake your competitors. But again, this is not the model. This is just a bonus. I'm still going to give you three rock solid tips, three rock solid strategies to overtake your competition easily, whether it is in your job or business. So once again, based on this model, for a second, think about whichever area, which is the biggest priority area in your life. Do you want to become a healthy person? Do you want to become a wealthy person? Do you want to become a great mother, father, daughter, sister, friend, whatever that is? So think about one area of your priority. And by the way, if you watch this training a year later, I guarantee your priority would have changed because change is good. So as of now, think about what is your biggest priority area. Think about it. Is it health? Is it wealth? Type that into the comments or the chat box. Type it out. Now, based on the priority area that you have typed, ask yourself, what kind of person do you need to become? And think about adjectives. For example, do you need to become more consistent? Do you need to become more patient? Do you need to become more kind? Do you need to become more active? Do you want to become more aware? Whatever that qualities are, you will identify that these qualities are all about your success mindset, the thought process, or your success habits. So take a moment to think about it and type it out into the chat box or write it down in your notes. This is extremely crucial, and this is your first bonus of the day. Okay, so type in one word or write down one word or 2 to 3 qualities of the person you aspire to become, and write them now, right now. Okay. Okay, so now without any further ado, let us move forward and let us come straight to the 3 steps. The 3 steps that you need to follow, or the 3 strategies that you need to follow in order to overtake your competition easily. Now, this competition could be in your job or business, as I've mentioned. Okay. Now, even before I could give you these 3 strategies, imagine that you're running in a marathon. Okay, you're running in a marathon or in a typical running race. Let's say that it is a competition. You're running, running, and if you overtake every single person in that race, who do you become? Type that answer into the chat box. Who do you become when you overtake everybody in the race? Who do you become? And chances are some of you have already got it. You become a winner. And what does a winner get? The winner gets a trophy, or the winner gets a cup, right? This is what the winner gets. So in order to get this winner's trophy for you, in order to achieve this winner's cup for you, you need to overtake all your competition, whether you're in job or in business. And on this training right here, in the next few minutes, I am going to show you the 3 steps. And as some of you would have already guessed it, the 3 steps RCUP. It's an acronym, not just for the winner's cup, but it is an acronym for the 3 strategies that you need to follow in your business or in your job or in your personal life if you were to overtake your competition. If you are ready, type in ready into the chat box, because I am going to uncover each of these 3 steps at a strategic level, and then I'm going to just pick one of it and I'm going to give you the strategies. I'm literally going to tell you one thing that you can do in the next 24 hours in order to overtake your competition. All right. So type in ready into the chat box. If you are ready, I am ready. So the first C stands for challenging yourself. Because once you become, so I know that competition, we are talking about overcoming your competition, but in reality, in business, in job, the actual competition that you face is not external competition, it is internal competition. And those people who do not challenge themselves, those people are also called as complacent people. They have stopped challenging themselves, they have stopped learning, they have stopped growing, and therefore they have stopped achieving. They have stopped seeing any progress in their lives. And if you do not want to be that person, then the first strategy, which also needs to become your lifestyle, this needs to become your habit, is challenging yourself. I do not have much time on this training to talk about it, but whenever I work with my inner circle members, my Heart Leaders Club members, and most importantly, my business mentees, those for whom I'm a business mentor for them, I really go deep dive into each of these strategies so that within a few months' time, they figure out and they actually start overtaking their competition easily in their business or in job. Okay. So the first thing is challenging yourself. Okay. So type into the chat box CY, that is challenge yourself. Now, this is a high level strategy. And although this is not an in depth training, but I would still like to give you a simple tip. And the simple tip for this is always become a better version of yourself. In other words, every single day, become at least 1% better than you were yesterday. And that is how you're competing with yourself and you're becoming and you're challenging yourself. And that is why you're becoming a better person. And what happens when you become a better person? Think about it. Once again, that race example, you're running, 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 running. And how do you overtake that competition? One of the first things is you need to start learning how to run faster. And how can you do that? If today, if you're running, let's say, 5 minutes consistently without getting tired, and if that is your limit, tomorrow that cannot stay as your limit. Tomorrow it needs to increase to 5.5 minutes. Day after tomorrow, it needs to increase to 6 minutes. And that is how you challenge yourself. And that is my biggest tip for you. So type into the chat box, I commit. I commit to challenging myself. As promised, I'm going to read all the chats, and whoever is asking great questions, which will be towards the end, whoever is interacting, I would like to personally get in touch with you. So type into the chat box or the comment box, I commit to challenge myself. Okay, did you write it? And write this down in your notebooks. The C in the CUP acronym, in order to overtake your business, stands for challenging yourself. The second, before I could give you the second, what does the U stand for? Before I could give you that, let me tell you the importance. Let's say that you're challenging yourself, but if you are not doing this second step, which starts with you will always be outsmarted by one or the other competitor. Let me say that again. If you fail to do this, the U in this, the CUP acronym, if you fail to do the U, I will give you what the U stands for. But if you fail to take this next step, anyone who is doing this next step can easily overtake you because they are following the CUP process and you have missed out on. Also, the other part is if you consistently do this the second step, consistently without fail, then chances are you are going to be seen as an expert. And what happens when you're seen as an expert in your business or in your job? Type your answers into the comments box or the chat box. What happens when you're perceived as an expert, as a subject matter expert, as a knowledgeable person, as an authority figure in your business or in your job? Absolutely right. You excel in your respective job or business. You kind of become irreplaceable, or you kind of become the go-to authority. And who do I and you would like to work with? Would you like to work with amateurs, or would you like to work with experts? The, obviously, the answer is experts. And by doing this which is the next step, you will automatically be perceived as an expert. But the only requirement is you need to do the second step consistently, at least week on week. Okay, ready for it? And the U in the CUP of overtaking your competition easily stands for upskilling. Yes, upskilling. That is constantly. So C in this cup stood for challenging yourself. That is constantly becoming a better version. And most of you can become a better version by by yourself. But if you want to go to the next level, if you want to be seen as an authority figure, the one thing that you cannot afford to miss out is upskilling. Not just, and there are many ways to upskill. Self-learning is just one of the methods. My favorite method to upskill is doing trainings like this. I'm doing a free weekly training exclusively for you. But look at that. Not many people will show up because these are the people who are not aware of the importance of upskilling. And those people who are not constantly learning and upgrading themselves, they are going to become obsolete. They are going to become outdated. Type that word into the chat box, outdated. Do you want to be outdated? Do you want to be overtaken by your competitors? Especially those of you who are still in job. You may be running your business part-time or full-time. If you are not consistently upskilling yourself, if you do not have a mentor, if you do not have a trainer, if you do not have a growth centric group like how we have the Heart Leaders group, if you do not have this system, I guarantee you, I don't wish it for you, but I guarantee you that sooner or later, your company and your market, your company if you're in job and your market if you're in business, they are going to find somebody better than you to replace you. And you don't want that. Okay. So type into the chat box or the comment box, I commit to constantly upskill. I want all of you to write this. I commit to constantly upskill. Type that into the chat box. I commit to constantly upskill. Sorry, this is a little hot day here in Bangalore. So I commit to constantly upskill. Type this out into the chat box and really write it down in your notepads. And right next to it, if I don't upskill, I will be replaced. Write that down. If I don't continuously upskill, I will be replaced. I will be replaced if I don't consistently upskill. All right. So with that, let us see the third and the last strategy. This is extremely important strategy, and I'm going to spend some time on this strategy. Now, before I could give you this strategy, let me ask you, let's say that you constantly challenge yourself and you upskill, maybe, in once a week, and you are raring to go. Okay. And maybe you run the first race and you win the first race and you're super happy. But what is the guarantee that the next race will also be won by you? What is the guarantee that you will win the second race, the third race, the fourth race? Okay. Now, by doing this last step here in this process, by doing this last step, you are going to get a magic formula that I guarantee that your competitor is not even aware of. Okay. And this is extremely important. This is probably the most important step in this three-step process. And that is, are you ready for it? Type in ready into the chat box if you're ready for the P, the third and the last strategy for overtaking your competition easily. Okay, type in ready. All right. So the last step stands for prepare for success every single day. That is how important it is. It is not just being prepared for success, but doing it every single day. Now, that is the magic formula right there. Many people get prepared for success at their leisure. If I am not too busy today, I will come and attend Rupa's training. If I am not going out with my friends, I will probably, and if I'm not busy with Netflix or Amazon Prime or whichever streaming service you use, if I am not too busy, then I will probably pay attention to my business plan. So not many people are doing it deliberately, and certainly your competitors, 99% of them are not doing something every day. Okay, so I'm going to speak about this. How do you prepare for success every day? I'm going to speak about that. But before that, I want to give you a little gift. Okay, but before that, as I said, I want to give you a very special gift, and that is a tip. A tip for accelerated success is this. First, build the success mindset and the success habits. Let me repeat. First, build the success mindset and the success habits of the person you wish to become. At this point of time, I want you to take a fresh page on your in your book, or make sure that your fingers are ready and type in success habits. Success habits. Because let me ask you, what is much easier to build? Can you easily build a mindset, or can you easily build a habit? Now, I know that so many of you are going to come and say both are equally hard. Maybe you are right, because that is how your mindset goes. But in reality, it is much easier to do something physically than to think something every single day consistently without getting distracted. So, in other words, it is much easier to form success habit than you initially thought. Okay. And by building success habits, you are going to automatically build your success mindset. And those of you who have been with me long enough, at the bottom left side, you see this success pyramid or the iceberg, which I always talk about, where the top part, which is above the water, is nothing but skill set. But the real iceberg is what is not seen, and that is under the water. And the biggest part, in other words, 80% of success is actually mindset. But you can't just build a mindset overnight, and therefore we are going to build success habits. Okay, so this is my pro tip for your accelerated success. Even before you could think about overtaking your competition in your business or in your job, ask yourself, which success habits do you need to build today so that you don't get replaced, so that you don't get overtaken by your competitors. Okay, and if you are not sure on, if you're struggling to build those success habit, if you're struggling to even identify which success habit do you need at this point of time, then I have a special invitation for you. Very soon, I'm going to relaunch. In fact, 21-day Success Habits Challenge has been one of my signature programs from the year 2020 to 2021. I have been running these challenges live, but very soon I'm going to make it simple and accessible for everyone. Okay, so if you would like to build those success habits and build a strong foundation, or the below the water in the pyramid, below the water is the success mindset. That is 80% of success is success mindset. So in order to build success mindset, first build the success habits of the person you want to become. And if you need my help in that, this is a QR code, and don't worry, if this changed, I will certainly give a link inside the description of this video wherever you're watching. So don't worry. But this is a special invitation from me where I am challenging you. Now, I don't personally believe that you can build a success habit in 21 days. I do not promise that. However, in the next 21 days, whenever you enroll, within 21 days, I introduce you to various success habits and a little brief. This is a very brief training which is given, but it is an entire support environment for you. Okay, so let's move from there. And let's come to my first promise. So I had promised to you, by the way, we are discussing how do we overtake our competition easily, whether it is a competition in your job or competition in your business. And I have given you a very special formula, which is CUP. What does C stand for? Who can write that into the chat box? Now, this is a little quiz. Refer to your notes, but tell me, what does C stands for? What does U stands for? CUP. What does C stands for? What does U stands for? And what does P stands for? Now, P is easy because it's there on the screen. P stands for prepare for success every day. U in the cup, CUP, U stands for upskill, and C stands for challenge yourself. Okay, so type into the chat box how, HOW. I want all of you to ask me a question. And at this moment, think about, prepare for success every day. And Rupa has mentioned that this is the most important step. So do not let me go without telling you how exactly can you prepare for success every day. And this is where I'm going to give you real tips and tactics that you can implement immediately. Okay, so if you're ready, I'm ready. Type into the chat box how. All right, so in order to prepare for your success every day, you have to ask yourself, how can I accelerate my learning? Remember CUP. U is upskilling. You are every day learning something new. Now, the question is how you can accelerate your learning and see the difference. Now, this is where we are talking about implementation part. So how do I accelerate my learning and how do I see see difference in 24 hours? How do I prepare for success every day? Every day consists of 24 hours. And in 24 hours, I am going to implement something that is of importance to me. And I'm going to commit for it and I'm going to do it. And that is what I have been teaching to people since 2019. And before teaching to people, I have been implementing it. By the way, I do not share anything that I do not practice. Okay, so this is my signature challenge. This is a 24 hours challenge. And the idea is just 2 steps. Within 2 steps, you can easily prepare for success every single day. And why is this important? This is important because with these 3 steps, especially the last one, you can easily overtake your competition in your job or business. So are you ready? Are you ready to know what a 24 hours challenge is? Because that is one of the many ways to prepare for success every day. Okay, so in this short training, I'm going to gift you what I share only with my paid mentees. By the way, those of you who would like to work with me personally, there is my website, rupapatil.com, and there would be a form or an email where you can reach out to me, and I am accessible as long as I'm alive. I am here to serve you. So if you're watching this video 15 or 20 or probably 200 years from now, if videos still exist, I'm not around and I can't help you live. But before that, reach out to me if you need any help, if you have any questions. Okay, so the way to prepare for success every day is by taking up my 24 hours challenge. And there are two steps to do that. Number one step is whenever you learn something new. For example, in this training, I have given you a lot of things. I shared with you the to have, the to become, the to do, and to have formula. I've shared with you the three-step CUP strategy um, to overtake your competitors. We have shared a little. We talked a little bit about the success accelerators, such as 20% success is skill set, 80% success is mindset. You have learned a lot from this training. Plus, your mind would have come up with something brilliant as well. So my question to you is, what is your one key takeaway? What is your one key learning? Write that down. Pause this video if you're watching this as recording and write that down. Did you learn something new? Did you remember something that you had forgotten? Did you acknowledge, did you recognize that you were already thinking about something, but you are not prioritizing it, and now is a time to do that? So that is your takeaway. So once you have written what your one key takeaway, and by the way, you can repeat this for whichever programs you go to. Even if the trainer may not tell you to do that, I urge you to steal my 24 hours challenge and implement it every day. Okay, so have you written down what is your one key takeaway? And now comes the best part. If you want to accelerate your success every single day, if you want to prepare for your success every single day, then once you write down your one key takeaway or one key learning, put it in action, an action that you commit to complete in the next 24 hours. Okay? Let me help you with that. Look at what you have written down. You have written down your one key takeaway. Whatever your one key takeaway is, ask yourself, how do I take this knowledge and transform that into an action? How can I translate that into an action? What is that I can do about it? For example, maybe your one key takeaway was, yes, weekly upskilling is absolutely important for me because I don't want to be replaced. Now, that is your one key takeaway. Your one key action could be, hey, I can do two things. I can, do self-learning every single week, or even easier thing is I can attend Rupa's free weekly trainings to constantly upskill myself. Now, that is your one key takeaway, and that is your one key action. And all you need to do is go ahead and implement that. Now, how do I implement that? My weekly trainings are only once a week, Tuesday, 6 p.m. as of now, IST. So, how do you implement? Well, simple action. You go ahead and block all your Tuesdays to get into a live training or watch a recording of my weekly free training. That could be your action. Okay. And that is what my 24 hours challenge says. Mark it in your calendar, set your reminder, and actually go ahead and complete what you committed. And that is how you accelerate your learning every single day, especially if you take up this 24 hours challenge every single day. So today, you start your day by saying, hey, today I'm going to take up this as my 24 hours challenge. This is the one thing that I'm going to do. And you do not end your day unless and until you finish it. And by the way, go to rupapatil.com or message me, DM me, comment me, or look at the links that I would have given here if you want, because you know what? It's very difficult to hold yourself accountable. Today, maybe you're excited and you may take up a 24 hours challenge for tomorrow and maybe day after tomorrow. But what happens after that? A week after that, a month after that, a year after that? You will forget this. And that is why you need to be an environment of growth. And if you are a part, my inner core member or my business mentee, then I provide you a growth environment of accountability partners. In some cases, I personally become your accountability partner, depending on which tier of membership, which tier of mentorship you are accepting with me. But I provide you this environment of growth where you come and you start your day by publicly announcing your 24 hours challenge. That is your commitment for the day. And by the end of the day, you send a report saying, hey, this was my 24 hours challenge and I completed my challenge. Now, let me ask you, what happens when you do such a preparation, such a committed follow up, and take such committed action every single day? Type into the comment box the word magic, because that is the magic that you create for yourself as a business owner, as an employee. And this is easily visible to everybody around you. This is easily felt by your tribe. This is easily felt by your clients. And that is how you position yourself as an authority. You position yourself as people, as somebody who practices what she or he preaches. And automatically, your clients, your company, your bosses, your customers would love to work with you. And that is how you overtake your competition easily. So, my question to you is, what is your 24 hours challenge? I'm going to take a sip of water and you are going to write down your 24 hours challenge into the comments box right now. The comments box or the chat box, type in what is your 24 hours challenge. What is that one action that you commit to complete in the next 24 hours? Okay, so whenever you type this in, put your hand on your heart and repeat after me. So once you have written, okay, if you have not written it and if you're watching this as a recording, pause the video, write down your 24 hours challenge in your book first, and then type it out in the comments or the chat box. Have you done that? Have you done that now? No? Pause it, do it, come back. Okay, and once you have done that, all I ask you to do right now is take your right hand, put it on your heart, and repeat after me. I commit to complete my 24 hours challenge. Let's do that one more time, okay? I can't hear you, but I believe that you're doing it for yourself, not for me. Okay, hand on your heart and repeat after me. I commit to complete my 24 hours challenge. One last time. I commit to complete my 24 hours challenge. Did you do that? Awesome. You're an amazing heart leader. Fabulous. And this is what you need to do every single day. And if you need motivation, if you need support, if you need guidance, reach out to me and become a part of our Heart Leaders Club. This is what we do there every single day. Okay, so this is the Heart Leaders Club. Go ahead and watch the link. Click on the link which is given with this video and become a Heart Leaders Club member. Once you become a Heart Leaders Club member, yes, you get an incredibly amazing group of like-minded, heart-centered leaders, but you also get these weekly live calls. You are probably the first one to get the list of the topics that I will be covering every single month in this weekly calls. So weekly calls you get monthly hot seat calls, monthly mastermind calls, and monthly networking calls, and a direct access to me and with other heart-centered leaders across the globe. So join the Heart Leaders Club, especially if you want to make the best of it. Treat yourself as a VIP and join in at the VIP level. So I will see you once you join in at the Heart Leaders Club. I'm going to speak with you directly and personally. Okay, so before I let you go, here are 3 heart-centered reminders. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Okay, so commit to your 24 hours challenge and then repeat it every time. And if you lack that motivation, remember that you don't have to try to figure it out alone. Always get a guide or a mentor. And if you do not have a mentor, I would love to be yours. Reach out to me if we are a good fit for each other. If we are not, I'll be the first person to tell you. But if we are a good fit for each other, it will be an honor and privilege to guide you through this beautiful journey of life, business, and your personal and professional growth, also financial growth. Okay, so if you do not have a mentor, you can reach out to me. And most importantly, once you implement all this, make sure that you are keeping me posted on your wins. So this is my email ID. And next week, remember, these are free weekly trainings as of now. And next week, I'm going to cover the topic of Kickass Lead Magnets to attract your ideal buyer. How do you attract your ideal buyers so that they can pay you more and they can work closely with you? And what is the easiest way to attract them? That is by creating Kickass Lead Magnets. So I'm going to talk about that in the next week's training, Tuesday, 6 p.m. IST, right here in the Transformational Heart Leaders Facebook group. If not, if you're watching this somewhere else, you'll probably see the next video as that. Okay, so that's that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching this live. If you're watching it, thank you for watching this as a recording and staying active on the chat or the comments box. My name is Rupa Patil, and that is how you can reach out to me. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Stay amazing. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.